One of my all-time favorite quotes is, "Life is pain, Highness. Anyone that tells you differently is selling something." That's from The Princess Bride, very quotable movie, but that is one of my favorite quotes, not just from the movie, but quotes all time. I find that there's a lot of people that go through life and it's a painful experience for them. That they are not thriving because they're hurting in the circumstances that they're in. And it's true, and it's more true right now for me than ever because I've got a bit of a cold. So I've got a lot of sinus issues right now, and I got a sore throat, and I'm coughing, and I got starting to become kind of an achy body, and yeah, does not feel great. Does not feel great, and it just reminds me once again that their life is a series of painful moments. We have our great moments that are just amazing, and but we also have our painful moments. There's a lot of painful moments, and for some, more painful moments than others. They have to go through quite a bit. Um, and so, in this case, where I'm actually experiencing this cold, there, there's a saying that says, "Pain is weakness leaving the body," and to a certain extent, what happens is when you get a cold, when you get something where you are sick, your body then builds up this immune system and starts attacking it, and your immune system grows stronger. Um, yes, your body is actually physically becoming stronger. Yeah, not at first, but in the long run will become stronger. And there's been whole nations that have been wiped out because that their bodies are not strong enough to handle some sort of sickness that is introduced um, into their culture, and then it just wipes out a bunch of them. And so there is a strengthening that happens even with a cold. Another great example would be going to the gym. We go to the gym and we work out and we pump iron, and it makes our muscles feel sore. Maybe we go on a long run and then our legs feel sore after that. And so our body is actually gets broken down to a certain degree and then gets rebuilt stronger. And so we experience a lot of that. It's just part of being human, is that we get broken down and then we come back and we're stronger. I know for me, at a good example, like the worst time emotionally that I've ever gone through is during the break apart of my marriage, and the fall, and how my marriage fell apart. And during that time, it was the deepest hurt emotionally that I've ever felt. And it affected me in all different ways. It affected my how physically fit I was. I lost a bunch of weight, and I didn't have a lot of weight to lose to begin with. And I was really hurting. From an emotional standpoint, had a hard time concentrating. I was getting 3 or 4 hours nights of sleep a night, and it was just a real tough time for me, and it really broke me down quite a bit emotionally. But from that, uh, there was a strengthening. I matured a lot during that time, and I grew to know different aspects of life that I hadn't known before, and I can relate to people at a greater level now. Um, People who've gone through tremendous amount of pain, people who've gone through divorce, people who've gone through some situations like I had gone through, I can relate with them much more now because of what I went through. So it was a really rough time for me, but in the long run, I became stronger because of it. And I'm in a much different space now, and a much different place now than I ever have been before. And a good part of that, is because of what I went through and that pain that I went through, and it created a lot of growth. So I want to talk a little bit about growth, and I want to talk about pain and the pain that is involved with growth. So I think first thing is that just know that pain is a part of life. And there are people out there that try to avoid that part of life, that they seek out how to be comfortable. They seek out how to avoid pain. They seek out how to not encounter change. They want things to remain the same. They want to be in this comfort level. And it just doesn't work. It doesn't work because you're not going to avoid it. I'm in the technology business, and I've seen many times where in the technology, it's constantly changing, it's constantly progressing. And those who don't keep up with the time, they get behind, and their career dies because they have not kept up with the changes. And it's, I think, the same thing in life, that if you are going through life and you're not desiring that change, you're not desiring that growth, then what's going to happen is you're not going to end up in a good, happy spot. Seeking happiness and seeking comfort is not going to be a long-term solution. What happens is you seek, hey, how can I be happier? How can I be comfortable? Or how can I just get through this moment that I'm in? And what happens is that you're never going to find it, because you're constantly thinking, okay, once I achieve this, then I'm going to be happy, or I'm going to be comfortable. And you get there and it's just not fulfilling, because you're looking for the external environment to make you happy, and it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I can relate that back to the cold once again, because when a cold, I feel like, oh, I've got this really strong headache and I just can't concentrate. If it weren't for the headache, if that went away, then I would feel so much better. And then when it goes away, I realize, well, that went away, I feel better, but now I've got this achy body that, oh, it's just, if my body could feel better, then I would feel better, and I wouldn't be in the same boat, and I could concentrate, and I could do more things. And then the body ache goes away, and then suddenly I'm like, well, but the sinuses, I still have all these sinus issues, and it's making me really miserable. And so if only those would go away, then I would be fine. And then when it goes away, then there's something else. And there's always something else. There's always something more that's going to be causing some sort of pain, that's going to be causing some sort of change. And so really, we have to accept that life is full of changes. Life is full of pain. Life is full of challenges. And so how do we get past that? How do we get moving on? How do we progress forward? Well, the first thing is just to know that fact, just to know that you're not going to, if you're looking for happiness, if you're looking for a pain-free life, if you're looking for comfort, you're not going to find it. You're looking in the wrong places. You're not going to have any kind of environmental change that's going to just significantly change how you view life, how you approach life, how you're going to enjoy life. It's not going to happen. So just knowing that is the first step. I think the second step is you almost have to embrace the change. You almost have to accept the change, that know that, hey, yeah, this sucks. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with at the time, this really sucks. But I'm going to get better from this. I'm going to come out on the other side of this, and I'm going to feel better. And that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. But if you can do it, then it will change your attitude towards whatever is happening to you at that moment in time. And then I think to take that even to the next step is to almost seek it out. Seek out change, seek out growth, seek out things that are going to cause you pain. And I'm not talking about causing self-infliction of pain on yourself. I'm talking about seek out things that are going to cause you to grow and cause you to, maybe it is going to the gym and working out and causing you some physical pain in your muscles, but you know that you're going to grow from it, and you're going to feel better in the long run because of it. Go out there and challenge yourself by running that 5K, running that 10K. Maybe it's a marathon. I don't know. Whatever is going to push you to grow to that next level and to increase what you're capable of doing. So I'm actively in my life looking for things. What am I fearful of? What are the things that are I find most challenging? What are the things that I don't want to do? What are the things that I find difficult in doing? And I'm tackling those. I'm going all out with making sure that there is no fear, there is no apprehension, there is no that I can jump in with both feet and get things done and make things happen. And I tell you what, it's painful. It is not it's not always fun, but I'm achieving another level that I've never achieved before, a confidence that I've never had before. And I urge you to do the same thing. Take a look at your life. Take a look at your life and find out, where are those areas that you have fear? Where are those areas that you realize that you have some weaknesses? Realize those areas where you are not wanting to go, and then start challenging yourselves with how you're going to get to a better level. Challenge yourself with with some sort of growth or change opportunity to push you to the next level, to get to a better spot. And with that, when you start accepting that pain, when you start and taking that pain and turning it into a strength, then what's going to happen is you're going to get, first of all, you're going to conquer whatever it is, and you're going to embrace that feeling. It's not going to be some magic bullet where you are suddenly, now you're in a happy spot, now you have all this confidence, because, hey, we're all work in progress, so we constantly go, but there becomes an acceptance of what that pain is that we have in life. When I think of that quote, life is pain, highness, anyone that tells you differently is selling something, I think of that quote and I think, well, that's a really negative outlook on life. But the more I analyze it, it's more of a, no, if you accept that, if you accept that life is full of pain and start embracing it and start moving forward with it and tackling those painful parts, life actually becomes really exciting. You almost start thriving off of it. You start progressing forward and you get to a better spot where, that those challenges become very welcoming and you enjoy and thrive off of life. And so I encourage you, progress forward, move forward, continue to grow. And when you hit those painful spots where you're struggling with it, yes, there is going to be pain, but realize you are going to get past this. You are going to get to a better spot. And when you are at a better spot, you will be a better person because of it. You will have more strength because of it. So push through that pain. And I know you can do it, and good luck. For other great videos and resources, visit lifesurgeacademy.com. Don't forget to like this video if you got something out of it, and subscribe to this channel.